Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. I recently came across a new note-taking app that could run in Docker that I was pretty interested in called Alexandria or Alexandria Hub. Not quite sure, but I wanted to take a look at it today, and I wanted to share my unfiltered, uncut thoughts with everybody as I kind of went through the application. So, welcome to TechSimpld, and here we go. So, I'll leave a link in the description to their GitHub page here, but pretty simple to get things started. They give you the 3 commands that you need to run. So I basically just plug them into a quick Docker LXC container that I have running, and everything looks like it's up and running. So let's take a look. It says here that I should be able to hit it at port. What port does it say? 8200. So, say 8616. All right. So first things first, it comes up and everything is looking good. So from what I understand, I have to click get started and then sign up for an account. So we will put in our account here. And let's see how this goes. All right, running into some issues. So let me take a look and I'll get back to you. Okay, I think I found our issue. So let's try signing up again. There we go. So I guess we signed up. Let's try signing in. All right. Looks like we are in the homepage. Uh, First thoughts, pretty clean. Lot to look at, but we'll go through it one by one. So the first thing I always like to check is the settings for any app. So nothing new here. Dark mode, yes, please and thank you. I also, the default, I do like the glass morphism look on a lot of apps, so I think I'm going to enable that as well. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. Setting a new password. All right, document preferences. Wow, you could really get in here. All right. So I think the first things first, I'm going to create a new workspace and let's name it Project Alpha. If you haven't quite guessed, I really like that name. And we'll make it this nice green color, create. All right. So now I'm inside a Project Alpha and I just noticed at the top, press slash to navigate. It's up here at the top right. Oh, look at that. Okay. So I'm wondering if you could search for documents later. Oh, you can. Search for page action or document. Okay. So let's create a new document. And this is what I was looking forward to. I want to see what the interface looked like. Document description, easy to add tags. Let's call it a test tag. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Document title, overview, document description. This is an overview document. Okay. And if I remember correctly, this is all supposed to be in markdown. So let's see if I can make a quick list. Hello world. Now, what do we got? Preview? Oh, that's nice. Okay. Now, does this live update as well? Oh, it does. Okay. I like this. So we could do heading. Oh, if I could spell. Heading. Heading 2. Heading 3. Okay. Wow, this is very nice. I like this. Now here's a better question. We do the Windows quick grab a screenshot. All right, we could just paste in pictures as well. And it looks like it created over here. I'm not 100% sure what any of this is. I'll have to take a look at that later, but I'm really liking this to start. I like the live preview as well. Save the document. Okay. All right, so we have an overview document. It's weird that I created the document, but it's not inside of Project Alpha. Maybe, okay, you could drag and drop it, looks like. All right, and now I'm looking at the document itself. So there's an edit page at the bottom. That makes sense. So we're back in here. I saw some other things I wanted to try out as well. What do we have? A diagram, image, link, math, subscript, superscript, highlighting, footnotes, code block. Okay. I don't even know what to call this. Okay, so we have a little code block over there. Makes sense. Task list, numbered list, bullet list, quote. They do have horizontal rule too. Okay, I do like the shortcuts. It is nice that there's stuff up here, so you don't necessarily need to remember all of Markdown. If you're like, oh, I need a numbered list, you click it and it starts a list for you. And we could say this is item 1, and it auto increments for us, which is nice. I kind of wish the preview would keep up with me. So like if I'm typing and I make a new item 3, I can't see it in the preview. I kind of have to scroll. I wish it would kind of follow where the cursor is. I am curious about diagram though. Oh, there's like a full diagram editor in here too. That is different. Okay, so you could draw shapes, and if you double click, you can insert text into them pretty easily. Okay, so if you have these arrows around here, if you click one, it's going to ask you what kind of shape you want, and whatever shape you click, it'll automatically create a connection between the two. But it looks like we can also add our own connections. And you could just drag them. If you highlight a shape, you can kind of see these little ticks on the side. You can grab and move them to anywhere on another shape. That's nice. Okay, so now that I've made this diagram, do I just save it? Oh, look at that. It just adds the diagram in there. That is very nice, very helpful. Okay, this is starting to make sense. The only thing is, can I edit that diagram later? Unable to load the existing diagram, a new diagram is created. Why? Maybe I need to save it? I'd like to edit the diagram itself. Very weird. It's creating it as a vector graphic, but I can't load the diagram. So it's just kind of making a new one for me. I wonder, I mean, I did see that when I went to this. Oh, this is preview and beta. I'm not sure. I might have to play around with that a little bit more. This is very interesting, though. We have our file manager, so we can see the image that I pasted in. We could also just click it over here. Okay. So now, okay, so I hit that slash again to get to the search, and I just typed in overview or over, and I can see the document. And when I click it, it looks like it goes right to it. Manage permissions, publish. Oh, okay. So currently private looks like you could share it with other people that are on this application. But if you publish it, so if I made this part of like my TechSimpld website, or I had a subdomain that you can go to, it looks like this might be a public link. Yeah, share this link with anyone to let them view the document without an account. Okay, so I can write notes or anything I want and kind of publish them out to the world. That is nice. I, I know I don't have that right now with Obsidian, and the other note taking application I was testing out may or may not have that. I haven't really checked, but it's kind of nice that this was just kind of front and center. That's just back to the settings. Okay, I'm liking this. I'm liking this so far. Let me play around with it for a little bit, and I'll be right back, and I'll let you know if I found anything new. Okay, so I did find one new thing that was pretty interesting and that I wanted to come back immediately and kind of talk about. So if we go back into Project Alpha, we can see all of the documents, and I only have this one document. I wonder if I can clone it. It doesn't look like I can. Oh, duplicate. Okay. Let me duplicate. All right, so now I have 3 versions. So up here, I noticed there was a couple things that I wasn't sure what they were. This is the list view. We can switch to the table view, which is, to me, this is more of a list. I don't know why this is more of a table of things, but to each their own, I guess. But the last option is Kanban, and I was very interested when I clicked it. I was kind of blown away where I haven't really set this up at all, and immediately there's a Kanban board where it looks like I can add columns, I can name them, um, we can add documents to that column, and you can just kind of drag and drop them wherever you want, which is huge. And again, if you go back and you just click the document itself, you go right into it. So this is pretty big for anybody who's really into using a Kanban board, or trying to track a project and you're trying to figure out where things are going. So kudos to the developer of this for putting this in. This is a really, really nice feature that I really, really like. Okay, everybody, I found one other thing that I found pretty interesting. I was going through some of the editor options and I found this snippet section, and I was a little confused at first. So I decided to go back into the editor, and you can see they have, bang blue, bang green, bang yellow. So if you go in here and you just type bang blue, all of a sudden you get this really cool info block over here. And you could type into it. This is informational. As you can see, I am typing too fast for my own good. And I was a little confused because I didn't know, I typed in yellow, but it's putting a warning over here. Okay, that makes sense. But what if I don't want this to be a warning? What if I want it to be something else? And I found out that, and this is probably just markdown that I didn't understand at first, but you can go in here and if you put a space next to yellow, you can kind of change it to whatever you want. So you can say, this is a tip, and you could type whatever you want in here. That's kind of nice. The other thing I saw was card, and it just kind of makes a outline around whatever you want to type. This is me typing in the card. So I thought this was really, really cool. It seems like this would be really nice if we go back to that publishing aspect, where if you want to have a page of a note with, a graphic that you've made and some information, and, you want to say, oh, red danger. That's actually really good because that's the word I was going to use. You can say, do not click the big button. I don't know what the big button is, but you get the idea. And it really draws your eye to it, draws attention because it's a nice big red color. And that's normally, for me, associated with bad, danger, don't do something. So, one other thing I just noticed is I went to go upload a file into the file manager, and I just had a random .md file that I was testing in Obsidian. And when I tried to upload it, I got an error message that said file type not supported. My only feedback would just maybe put something on this page that says, here are the file types that are supported. I would figure that since I'm writing all of these pages kind of in Markdown, that Markdown would be supported. Um, I do like, however, that the edit button for these documents, because I was scrolling down to edit the page all the time, and if you get a really really long page, it's going to be a problem. But they put this up here, which is nice, and you get right into it. I also enabled this in the editor settings, so I can see how many words, how many characters, how many lines. It was just right here in editor settings and the stats bar. Other than that, this is a really, really neat application. I might actually start using this more in my daily life. As much as I love Obsidian, in my personal job, I've been looking for something to take better notes with, and something that I could kind of keep, and it's in its own ecosystem. So good to know that this exists. I definitely want to see more of this. Curious to what everybody else thinks, if anybody's using it. And yeah, if you guys learned anything, please like the video, subscribe. I don't like asking, but it really means a lot, and it helps get these videos out in front of other people so they can potentially see it as well. And yeah, this is a good app. Again, I'll put the link to the app in the description. And yeah, comment if you're trying it out, if you like it. Other than that, my name is TechSimpld, and I'll catch you in the next one.